Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Something rare occurred here in the last week, and the occurrences were separated by just a couple of days and 1 degree south latitude. One occurred at the 42 degrees south, one occurred at the 43 degrees south. I mean, the odds of this occurring 5,500 miles apart from each other, almost on the same day, are astronomical. We're going to come back and take a look at those rare events here in just a moment. Also, I have an update on what we saw in yesterday's video involving the International Space Station. Apparently, at least according to the photos that I've received from 3 different people, Tanya and Shannon, recognize this object over here on the left that we saw in the video as possibly the Blue Origin Dragon capsule that was getting ready to make a dock at the International Space Station. Tom Fussy Pup 222 also noticed the similarities, and it does indeed look like the Dragon capsule that was in the vicinity of the International Space Station on that day. Here's another photo sent in by Ethan, and you can clearly see it's approaching the International Space Station in this photograph here. What we saw yesterday was just far enough away to where you couldn't get a positive ID of it, and not only that, it accelerated past the International Space Station. But after looking at these photos, I completely agree. That definitely looks like the Dragon capsule that is operated by Blue Origins. Thank you, guys. Greatly appreciate that. Coming over here to the homepage of the website, today's feature photo was sent in by Saja out of Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Looks like a big serpent up in the sky. Incredible photo. Once again, sent in by Saja out of Pennsylvania. Looking at the Schumann resonance, you can see in the last 24 hours, there have been multiple spikes, some strong spikes of energy. Right now, the source of that energy is of unknown origins. Coming over here to the GOES X-ray flux at the Space Weather Prediction Center, you can see in the last 24 hours, there's been a couple of strong Earth-directed M-class solar flares. Waiting on the CMEs from those solar flares here in the next probably 48 hours or so. And looking at the Earth-facing side of the sun, this is the active region where the 2 M-class solar flares originated from. This is another active region here, just loaded with sunspots, and they're slowly turning away from the Earth. But this active region here, when it was over here on the southeastern limb of the sun, was quite active. Since it's been facing the Earth, it's been very, very quiet. Looking at the power outage situation over here, poweroutage.us, Florida now almost completely back online following the landfall of Hurricane Ian, down to 5,067 customers. That is absolutely incredible. Puerto Rico still looking at just over 23,271 customers without electricity following the landfall of Hurricane Fiona. And speaking of hurricanes, coming over here to the National Hurricane Center, looking at their most recent update, they're following a disturbance down here in the southern Gulf of Mexico that has an 80% chance of forming. Right now, it's not named. It's not even that well organized. It doesn't have an eye wall. It could move north into the northern Gulf of Mexico, but I doubt it. Look for this to stay down here around Mexico and cause heavy rains down here along the coast of Mexico, but I don't think this thing is going to move north. But we'll have to wait and see. They're sending a recon plane out to check on the storm right now as I do this video. Wanted to share with you guys some cool video footage that's been sent in recently. This video here was sent in by David John from Palm Springs, California, who noticed some nonstop lightning. And according to David, this went on for several hours. And as you can see here by the video footage that he shared with me, he just shared about 30 or 40 seconds of what went on for several hours. Looked like it was coming up from below the horizon. The lightning was flashing through the sky. And once again, this video footage was out of Palm Springs, California, sent in by David. And going from the west coast to the east coast, video footage here sent in by Tavares from Tallahassee, Florida. Notice what looked like some sort of a big void up in the sky. There's no clouds in that area. Almost looks like a rectangular shadow, and it was the only one of its kind. That's what compelled him to take the video as he was driving down the road, as that looked so bizarre. And I'm not exactly sure of the date of this video footage that was sent in by Tavares out of Tallahassee, Florida. Going from Tallahassee to Dallas, Texas. Video footage here sent in by Abel D. This is of a very unique sunset that she noticed from Dallas. Get a load of the split sky phenomena. We have no orange color over here on the left, and then the right side of the video is just absolutely overwhelmed with fiery orange skies, but there's none on the left, and that is what compelled her to take that video footage. Thank you, Abel. Greatly appreciate that footage out of Dallas, Texas. Going from Dallas up to Connecticut. Video footage sent in by Scott from Shelton, Connecticut. Watch over here in the upper left-hand corner. You're going to see a blue meteor right there enter the field of view and disappeared about as quickly as it appeared. Here's the same video. I slow it down and zoom in, and you can clearly see this was a rare bluish-green meteor, more blue than green. Video footage sent in by Scott out of Shelton, Connecticut. Thank you, Scott. Greatly appreciate that. Okay, I want to take you guys now down to the southern hemisphere, where here in the last 7 days, there's been two rare events occur. One over here on the east coast of South America and one over here in New Zealand. These are rare events that were separated by 5,500 miles. Every once in a while, you'll hear of whales showing up along shorelines, sometimes in New Zealand, quite possibly Australia, but this time it's happened in two separate locations. One, again, along the east coast of Argentina. They found 13 whales. This article's dated October the 8th of 2022 along the coast of Golfo Nuevo in Argentina. And I'm going to take you guys to the location right now where they found these whales, and they're very mystified as to what has happened to these whales. Right now there's 13, and this has been going on for the last few days. And going from Argentina over to New Zealand, where the same thing happened within about 48 hours of the incident over here in Argentina. The only difference is it involved over 200 whales along the coast of Chatham Island, which is right here east of New Zealand, directly due east of Christchurch, about 400 miles. Right here, they found mysteriously 200 whales along the coast of the Chatham Islands, and the reason is unknown. And this article here, talking about the over 200 whales that they found, like the article from Argentina, is dated October the 8th of 2022. So we have two rare events over 5,000 miles apart. The Chatham Islands sit at the 43 degree south latitude. The location over here in Argentina, where the pilot whales were discovered, is at the 42 degree south latitude, and they occurred within 48 hours of each other. These whales washed up ashore for unknown reasons, and they're talking over here in Argentina that this is so mysterious that it's cause for concern, that it doesn't necessarily happen very often over there. And globally, it is a rare occurrence. It does happen. You do hear about it, but you don't hear about it all the time. But for it to happen in almost the same exact latitude, it was between the 42 and 43 degree south latitude on basically the same day. This was being discussed on October the 8th. Is quite rare, and that's why I put on this banner, what are the odds of something like this happening involving the same type of species? Pilot whales washed up along shorelines in separate parts of the world, 5,500 miles apart from each other, nearly in the same latitude, 42, 43 degrees south latitude, within 48 hours of each other. That is indeed very rare. You can find those articles linked down below in the description box. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. If you have any videos you'd like to share that won't attach to the email for whatever reason, you can come over here to the homepage of the website, look for this red tab that says have a large video. Simply drag and drop your video into that red tab. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.